Hi everyone, I'm Mike Maloof.
And I'm Brian Boudreau.
On this episode of Living Local, we'll take you all across town to highlight some of the great things we have right here in Norwood.
So if you're interested in shopping local, creating local, and eating local, this episode's for you.
Well, let's get right into it. Brian, don't you have a huge collection of albums and record players?
I do, but not as many as Jack Tolman.
Well, this first stop is perfect for both of you. Located at the Winsmith Mill Commerce area, Records and Repairs have everything you need for your old music collection.
All right, let's check it out.
My name is Russell Wood. I have a small shop in the basement of building number 23 at the Winsmith Mill Marketplace, which is off Endicott Street in Norwood.
Records and Repairs is a small shop that sells used records and will also repair your vintage stereo equipment. Russell Wood has a background of live music and has been repairing audio equipment for over 40 years.
Well, my background is in audio repair. I've been doing it for 40 years. Started out playing in a bunch of garage bands and got interested in the sound equipment and the sound end of it. So I've been doing that for a long time, and I ended up getting fairly good at it. So I still do it because I had to retire on account of the new stuff is not so repairable. At least it's not economical. But the old stuff still lasts a long time, still worth fixing, and in my opinion, sounds better.
The visitors to the shop are of all ages. Some are experiencing the vintage analog sound for the first time, and some are looking to get their equipment from the 60s or 70s repaired.
Well, my customer base is kind of wide-ranging, and a lot of people that come down looking for records, they have maybe have a record player or equipment at home, and they looking to fill up their library, and then they realize that their record player doesn't work, so then they bring that down here for repair. I also get a lot of younger kids that are rediscovering vinyl, since there's several new bands that are releasing only on vinyl, and kids are not familiar with vinyl are learning about it and discovering that sometimes the older stuff sounds better on vinyl, analog versus digital, as opposed to the digital technology, which is kind of sterile and flat and really designed to be very convenient. No question about that. But it doesn't have the same soul, doesn't have the experience that an analog system and an analog vinyl system would have.
If you have equipment that needs a tune-up or a turntable that may need a belt or a needle, Records and Repairs is one of the only places in the local area that still provides this service.
So when people find out they have broken stereo equipment, they have a hard time finding people who service it anymore because their service shops for audio are essentially disappearing, and the new stuff is disposable. So when you have an old stereo, it's worth fixing. Bring it down. I have no charge for estimates. If it's worth it to you, we'll proceed. If it's not worth it, then you can replace it or buy something new or buy something different. But generally speaking, the older stuff is worth putting some money into, unless it's a really low-end piece, in which case we can probably find something that's of moderate quality or better quality and fix that, and you'll end up having a better system in the end.
After spending over 40 years in the repair business, Russell has satisfied many customers by bringing their old equipment back to life.
The older stuff is better sounding, it's better built, it has a better look to it, in my opinion, too. The new stuff is very, it's a little too high-tech for music, which is supposed to be an art form. A lot of people are finding equipment in their relatives' houses, or they're cleaning out a house of a friend or relative, and they stumble across some old equipment that looks pretty good, but it may not work. And then a lot of people are discovering in their attics and basements stuff that they had maybe as a younger individual, and they find out that it doesn't work. They want it fixed up for sentimental reasons, really. But then when they get it fixed and they get it back, they find out that it sounds good, and they're glad they didn't throw it away.
Using old equipment can be nostalgic for some and a new experience for others. And after Russell's repair, they will get many more years of enjoyment.
I hope that after I get a repair done for somebody that it lasts them for a long time, because the equipment has lasted this long, and a fairly inexpensive repair can give them many more years of enjoyment out of it. And I just hope that they come to appreciate the music the way I have, and because I take a lot of pride in what I do, I think that it translates into the positive experience that I think they'll have enjoying their equipment once they get it back.
Records and Repairs, located at the Winsmith Mill Marketplace.
Wow, Mike, that place looks awesome. I'm gonna have to check it out.
There's some other really cool places at the Winsmith Mill area.
I know, I saw K International Woodworking, which is a custom cabinet shop making furniture and cabinetry right on the market.
Why don't we go check out some of their cool designs?
All right, let's go.
Tucked away in the Winsmith Mill commerce area, K International Woodworking is a custom cabinetry and millwork company producing high-end designs for residential and commercial clients. Woodworking has been a part of owner Franjo Katić's life since a very young age.
It's a family business. My father owned the business back in Bosnia, and I was helping him at the shop. Then, that's how I become a lover in the woodworking, and that's how I started working in the woodworking. I used to work in Germany for 8 years before I got here to the United States. Then working over here for another woodworking company in Norwood, I actually, from there I developed another business that basically I am right now in it.
After 35 years of experience, Katić decided to open his own business. And family was the inspiration when deciding the K International name.
First business name supposed to be K Woodworking. K represent basically my family last name, but that name was taken for somebody else, and one of the friend of mine told me, you have an international background and you have a lot international woodworking everywhere, so why wouldn't you name that as a K International Woodworking? And that's how it became a name.
K International isn't your average furniture shop. They are creating high-end designs for customers all over the country.
We are making all custom, whether it's a furniture or custom cabinetry for the homes. So basically, working for the designers, we are receiving some unique pieces of furniture that somebody wants to have, and we are building them over here and shipping almost everywhere in the United States.
There isn't a particular piece that Katić enjoys making over others. He truly loves everything he makes.
I enjoy actually every single thing I touch in the woodworking. That is, as I said, doing everything I do, I love, no matter what it is. It's just love for doing woodwork.
After moving here in 2000, Katić has grown to love living and working in Norwood.
Actually, I came to Norwood here 2000, and somehow I found Norwood like my new home, and I try to stay in Norwood, and that's basically where I am right now. I do a business also in Norwood, and also I know a lot guys around over here, and just trying to stay in touch, whoever wants to be in touch with me.
If you are interested in K International and their custom work, you can find them online.
You can go on my website, www.kwoodart.com.
Mike, what another cool place.
I know. I'm starting to get a little hungry, though. Do you think we have any food stops on this tour of Norwood?
Funny you mention that, Mike. I know a great place right over on Broadway. It's Broadway Pizza.
Isn't that your favorite place?
Sure is. Broadway Pizza has a huge menu, and they serve up delicious food.
All right, well, I'm starving. Let's go take a look.
All right, let's go. Just steps away from busy Washington Street on the corner of Broadway and East Cottage Street is Broadway Pizza and Grill, the perfect spot to grab a quick slice.
It's a pleasure to have you over. My name is John Mantis. I'm the owner of Broadway Pizza and Grill for the past 6 years. I'm a researcher by trade. And I opened this place with my brother-in-law as an investment. He was supposed to be running the place, me being a partner. Unfortunately, he couldn't stay on, so I ended up running the business myself for the past almost 6 years, with a year not being here when I tried to put a business partner in. And unfortunately, it didn't work out, but as I said, we've been back for a year now. We're located in Norwood Center, or a little bit off Norwood Center, in the heart of Norwood. The center of Norwood, is, people know, is I would say congested, but it has a lot of options of pizza places and other restaurants. So one of those places is us, Broadway Pizza and Grill. We're looking at 75 Cottage Street East, in the corner of Broadway and Cottage Street, across from McDonald's and between the bowling alley and McDonald's.
Mantis describes the start of Broadway Pizza and how he's gotten to know the people of Norwood.
The beginning was tough. It was tough. The place where I opened the place here, it used to be different businesses for a while. Talking to the people of Norwood for the past 6 years, and I have to know a lot of them, the feedback that I'm getting is I'm the one that was able to stay here for the past 6 years, as I said, and make a business out of it, of the place where before, people would come in and, stay for a couple months or a few months, and then, the business was closed.
With a wide range menu, Broadway Pizza can accommodate almost any appetite.
Specialties, from what the customers are telling us, we have been known to have, I don't want to sound condescending or a little bit arrogant, but we've been known to have some of the best chicken parm in town, chicken cutlets. We make it in-house. As I said, about 90% of our dishes we make it in-house, freshly made every day, like the dough, whether it's burgers, chicken parm. From what customers telling us and what even our reviews are telling us in various online social media, like Yelp, Facebook, or Google, we had some of the best chicken parm in the area. Then I said our chicken, grilled chicken is famous in, I would say, in town. People like our salads, grilled chicken salad or garden salads with chicken. But I would say even our pizzas, people seem to like our pizzas. So we have specialty pizzas, and our Broadway special is one of our famous ones, Hawaiian special. And I said, it's not one dish. I wouldn't call it one dish that's a specialty. We strive to do a lot of things to our best of our ability every day. At the process, we are revamping our website, so it's down right now, but we're making a new website. But also, again, a lot of people call us. We have a phone number, 781-349-8422, which is our main phone number. People call us and place the orders for either pickup or deliveries. We deliver throughout Norwood. Try to come down to Broadway Pizza, try some of our dishes. I don't think you'll be disappointed. My staff and I always try to accommodate special needs or special requests, whether it's allergies or not. But even if we don't have a dish on the menu, we'll go out of our way to make it happen for you, because that's what we do. We try to satisfy our customers to the best of our abilities by serving some good food, succulent, delicious food. So that'll make you guys to come back again and again and experience the various dishes that we have.
While Broadway in New York is filled with stars, so is Norwood's Broadway. With glowing online reviews, Broadway is a favorite among many.
Mike, that food looked delicious.
It sure did. Now I think it's time that we head down the street to find out what else the center of town has to offer.
I know a spot that's been a staple here in Norwood for decades.
Go on.
Day Street Sports. It's been the sporting goods store of every Norwood athlete since the 70s.
Well, let's go learn more.
All right.
Day Street Sports, which sports the name of its location in Norwood, is a sporting goods and printmaking apparel shop for all things Norwood that has served the Norwood community since the early 70s.
Well, we've been here since 1972. It was founded by my grandfather, Orrin, and Jerry's father, John Chisholm. Started out as a skate shop and a hockey shop, and it's expanded into more of a screen printing business and embroidery, along with all sports: baseball, hockey, football, soccer, and lacrosse. That got started. It was just an idea. It was my grandfather had a job when he moved over from Canada after playing hockey, and he met John Chisholm, and they had an idea to open up a shop. It first started out as it was like a part-time thing for them, and it is what it is today.
Just over a decade later, Day Street Sports took the main stage as a premier business for sporting goods in Norwood.
I would say the early 90s, you know, more people that started to work here. It's just, you know, as the town grew, sports grew, custom clothing grew, that's when the business really took off.
One of the major focal points of Day Street Sports' philosophy is customer satisfaction, and with a large group of loyal customers, the team works hard to provide as much service to the town as they can.
I mean, like I said, with the custom apparel and all the sports in town that we deal with, I mean, this community, I mean, we support them, they support us. I mean, they've helped us grow. Anything new that we come out with, you know, anything that has Norwood on it, I mean, the community is in here buying it. If we post it on Facebook, our website, it's, you know, anything that a customer wants, we try to get for them. It's, I mean, they're a reason that we're still here after 45 years. We're close to the community. We don't want to just have you take something off the rack, sell it just to sell it. We want you to get what you want. We're here to see you walk out the door happy and that you come back. I mean, you know, we've been here for so long that we're attached to the community. We have customers that are loyal to us. We want them to come back. And like I said, things that we don't have in the store, if they want something, we make sure we get it for that customer and we'll carry it. You know, we care about our customers and, you know, in the town, and even if we can't help them, we'll guide them to make sure, you know, they can get what they want.
And with a community like Norwood, Day Street Sports knows they're not where they are today without the help from the local community.
I feel that this community has supported us throughout the years since we've been here since 1972, and then we support this community. We've invested our time into the local community, and they've, you know, they've been loyal to us. In return, everybody that comes in the store, we thank, and then any new customer that comes into the store, we welcome with open arms and hope to continue the success going forward.
What a great store. I've been getting my skate shop in there since I was a little kid. The athletes in Norwood are very lucky to have a store like that.
And speaking of athletes, unfortunately, injury can be common during sporting events.
I dealt with a little injury myself growing up, but there's a great place in Norwood for physical therapy.
Let's go take a look.
Great.
My name is Mike Kane, and this is Norwood Physical Therapy. We are a physical therapy clinic right next to Norwood Public Library.
Located near downtown, Norwood Physical Therapy's mission is to ensure that their patients achieve their individual functional and sports goals. It is their goal to provide the highest quality of physical therapy care, education, and consultation within the communities and patient populations they serve.
We offer physical therapy services. Generally, orthopedic patients come in here, meaning they have a problem with muscles, bones, ligaments, tendons, and we give them physical therapy services to help get them back to reaching their goals, whether it be return to work, return to sports, return to everyday life. We get them back to living.
Employees at Norwood PT pride themselves on taking the time to learn all about not only their patient's injury, but their personal lives as well.
I like getting to know the patients. I like the fact that if I treat 15 patients in a day, each half an hour time slot with the patient is a different conversation. It's getting to know something about somebody. I know one patient comes in, we're going to be talking about the Red Sox. Another patient I can look and see we have kids the same age. I know we're going to be talking about the college search or teaching a kid to drive. You know, the day changes constantly all day long, and it's about helping the person, helping them get better, and it's very rewarding.
I don't know, it's just they make you feel like you're family, and that's what you want, and everything. They help you, and they talk to you, and you find out, you know, each one knows each person better than the other person.
They care for a wide range of injuries at Norwood PT.
In the mornings, it's some of the Medicare patients, some work comp patients, so we might be seeing more total hip replacements, total knee replacements, patients who are dealing with aging and having walking difficulties, balance difficulties. As the day goes on, in the afternoon, we get the kids coming in after school, student athletes, so ACL tears, shoulder injuries, overuse injuries, tendon repetitive injuries. And then later in the night, we get the after work crowd, again, low back pain, shoulders. So we see it all.
They've helped me very much. So I've had both my knees a partial knee replacement, and I've been here for over a year now. Yeah, been coming here for over a year. It's helped me a lot.
With many physical therapy centers in the area, Norwood PT's hometown feel is what sets them apart.
I think what sets us apart is the one-on-one, the hands-on, the one-on-one time. We don't rush anybody out the door. Some patients are here for well over an hour. And we take a lot of pride in helping our patients get to where they want to be. I think coming to Norwood Physical Therapy, you'll get that small hometown feel. We're not a big corporate PT clinic. We're small, we're local. The physical therapists who work here have worked here for years. And I think we help reflect that Norwood feel.
Just they're great, and then if anybody needs physical therapy, I do say to come here. It's very good. They treat you good, they make you feel at home.
Mike Kane seems like he takes great pride in giving the best care he can at Norwood PT.
You know what? He really does, but I'm starting to get a little tired, and I think I could use a cup of coffee to wake me back up.
Well, lucky for you, and I know a great place roasting fresh coffee beans down at the Space Center.
Are you talking about Kaffee Roasting at Percival?
You got it. Let's go learn more.
Located in Percival Brewing Company, Kaffee Roasting focuses on bringing fresh coffee to the community.
My name's Nicholas Callahan. I'm the head roaster of Kaffee Roasting Company in Norwood, Massachusetts.
Nick started roasting his coffee at home as a hobby, never thinking it would turn into a profession.
I actually started home roasting to start, and then I met with Phil, the owner of Percival, and we just kind of linked up, and he bought this wonderful machine, and now I'm here roasting on this commercial machine.
Using a professional coffee roasting machine, Nick explains the process of roasting fresh coffee.
Well, we start with green beans that we source all over the world, and we import them here from a supplier. We bring them in, burn into this Diedrich IR5, which is an infrared roaster, and it comes out with fresh coffee.
The name Kaffee comes from the country of Ethiopia.
Well, Kaffee is actually it was the first city within Ethiopia that found coffee. So there was actually a goat herder that noticed that his goats were eating these berries from this bush. He decided that he wanted to try some to get the similar effect, and that's basically how we got our name.
Nick thinks the Space Center is a great place for creative artists and businesses.
I do like the Space Center. It's a great place. It's just really a great hive of creative minds. So it's awesome to be here, not only with the brewery, but with the roastery as well.
Nick has found a home here in Norwood, who has welcomed him with open arms.
I love doing business in Norwood. The people are so supportive. They really love craft beer and craft coffee. They love the emphasis on the freshness. They love being a part of the community, and I love them for it.
A lot of customers that come in like to start their visit with a coffee before indulging in some tasty beers from Percival Brewing.
Yeah, we see people come in on a Saturday, they'll have a coffee to start. We serve hot coffee here, and then they'll switch over to beer for a little bit. We brew a lot of beers that include the coffee that we roast here, so it's a fun way for me to collaborate with Anthony, the head brewer, and we can come up with these insane coffee stouts and porters, and all kinds of recipes are lined up for coffee adjuncts with the beer.
Nick takes a lot of pride in roasting his coffee to the freshest.
The one thing that I want the community to know about our business is that we really emphasize freshness, and we're bringing the freshest coffee to Norwood.
To learn more about Kaffee Roasting, visit their Facebook and Instagram pages.
Well, I'm definitely going to have to stop there after this shoot.
Let's not get distracted, Mike. We still have one more stop to make.
All right, well, luckily, we don't have to go very far. We're going to catch up with the local artist, Emma Davidson, who also works down the Space Center.
Oh, I heard she's created some lovely pieces of art.
She sure has. Let's go learn more about this local artist.
So I'm a fine artist, illustrator, printmaker. I come here every day to create and just make beautiful things for the world.
Emma Davidson is one of many independent artists you can find here at the Space Center on 83 Morse Street in Norwood. Her work consists of collections drawn from inspiration of travel and the outdoors.
I lived in Juneau, Alaska for a year, and that was really exciting. I was there for work, and I feel like after leaving there, I just have endless amounts of inspiration. So I really enjoy being in the outdoors. It was a big part of how I grew up, and it definitely is a big part of my adult life. I love the Pacific Northwest and just hanging out in the woods there. You know, any time spent amongst the trees or the mountains is never lost time for me.
For Emma, working in Norwood has been a unique experience, one you may not find in places alike.
It's really starting to come together. There's a really nice community that's forming. It's nice too, I mean, I grew up in Sharon, I'm from this area. It's great to have a place like this that supports the arts outside of Boston.
Currently, Emma's projects have been about the simplicities, getting back to basics.
Currently, I am obsessed with pencil, going back to basics. I think it just creates such a nice feel on the paper, and when I am drawing from my past or dreaming about my future, I think that the pencil just leads so much to being able to express those images. Any type of animal I've come in contact with, I think it's so important to recognize it and how it's connected to us and the world we live in.
With many other workers calling the Space Center their home, Emma enjoys the connection she's made at the Norwood Space Center.
Through Open Studio that we've been having here at the Space Center, I've gotten to know a lot of really great Norwood locals, which is really exciting. And yeah, it's amazing how art can connect you. So I have Facebook, Instagram, website. Art and Emma is my business name. So on Instagram, Art and Emma, and my website is www.artandemma.com. And same with my Facebook page, Art and Emma.
Well, that marks the end of our tour around Norwood for another edition of Living Local. Thank you all for watching, and we hope some of these hometown hits caught your eye.
We've got a lot more research and shooting to do, but be sure to watch at Norwood News and like our social media pages to stay up to date with all the latest.
Until next time, for Norwood Community Media, I'm Brian Boudreau.
And I'm Mike Maloof. Thank you so much for watching.